Hello friends, in last two videos we have understood what is exactly meant by transfer functions and we have seen properties of transfer function also. Since now you are comfortable with the theory of transfer function, let us solve some numerical based on the same. Let us begin. Let's see question number 1. If the impulse response of the system h of t is e to the power minus 3t times sine of 4t dot u of t, then the transfer function is. So this presence of u of t indicates that h of t is equal to 0 for t less than 0. And we know that whatever time dependent functions we take for Laplace transform, we take only unilateral Laplace transform. So even though this u of t is not given, you have to always assume that every time dependent function is multiplied with u of t only, right? So let us take h of t equal to e to the power minus 3t times sine of 4t. So I'm not taking u of t because we believe that h of t is always 0 for t less than 0. And thereafter, let us see what the transfer function is. We know that this h of t is nothing but an impulse response. And we have studied that transfer function is always Laplace transform of impulse response. So it is a very straightforward question. The impulse response is directly given to you and you have been asked to get a transfer function. So it is pretty simple. Just take Laplace transform of h of t and get h of s. So it is a Laplace transform of e to the power minus 3t times sine of 4t. So before I take a Laplace transform, let me remind you. Suppose you have this function that is sine 4t. What was the Laplace transform for this? So you know that for sine omega t, we write Laplace transform as omega upon s square plus omega square. Here omega equal to 4. So I can write it like this, 4 upon s square plus 60. Am I right? Now this sine 4t function is multiplied with e to the power minus 3t. Then we have to use a frequency shift formula. If you remember, if I assume this is f of t and if we take this as f of s and let us say this f of t is multiplied with e to the power minus 3t, then the respective Laplace transform for this is f of s plus 3. Am I right? So let us write the final Laplace transform for this. This is 4 upon s plus 3 whole square plus 16. So this is what we called as h of s, that is nothing but a Laplace transform of h of t known as a transfer function. This is a transfer function. So it was a pretty simple problem. Let's move to the next question. Next question says, if the impulse response of system h of t is equal to 3 minus 2t times e to the power minus 3t, then the transfer function is. I need to just correct the question. They are not asking for transfer function. What they are asking is a unit step response. So you can just correct it, because if it is again a transfer function, we know that it is again same as question number 1. So let us modify this question and then get a unit step response. So the question is, h of t is given and they are asking you a unit step response. Let us discuss this in detail now. Suppose you have a system. For this system, let's say you have given del of t. What is meant by del of t? Del of t is called as impulse input. Am I right? So whatever output that you get, it is called as impulse response. Because for a system, if you give delta t as input, which is called as impulse input, then output of the system is known as impulse response. That is response given to impulse input. Am I right? For example, if you don't give del of t, let's say you have given u of t as input to system, then the output is known as unit step response. Is that right? So once again, if delta function is given as input, then the output is impulse response, that is response given to impulse. Whereas if you give u of t as input, then output of the system is nothing but response given to unit step input, and therefore it is known as unit step response. So please understand, what is given to us, this is given to us, and what they are asking you, that is unit step response. I hope you got the question. So what I am planning is, suppose if I know how del of t and u of t are related, then the same relation will be there between impulse response and unit step response. I repeat what I said. I'm going to find some relation between inputs. If I get relation between inputs, the same relation is applicable to outputs also, because the system is by default LTI system, that is linear time invariant system. So let me remind you, derivative of u of t is nothing but del of t. Please don't forget this. Derivative of u of t is nothing but del of t. It means if this is the relation between inputs, so these are relation between inputs. If this is relation between inputs, the same relation is applicable to their respective output. Then can I say that derivative of, so what is the response for u of t? It is known as unit step response. Am I right? And this is equal to, what is the output for del of t? Of course, it is known as impulse response. Is that right? So you know what? This is given and this is a question mark for me. So what I'll do is, in order to remove this derivative, I need to integrate on both the sides. So I would write unit step response is nothing but integration of impulse response. Very simple. So now we have got the relation between outputs, that is unit step response and impulse response. Let us use this. So this is given, h of t is known as impulse response. So unit step response is equal to integrating from 0 to t. So impulse response is nothing but h of t dt. Now there is a technical problem. What is a technical problem? See, whenever you are integrating from 0 to t, so you have already used this variable t. Then same variable you cannot use here. Therefore, let us replace this with some dummy variable tau. And let us write a new formula. 0 to t h of tau d tau. Right? This is nothing but unit step response. Now, what is given to me is h of t. And what is h of t? H of t is 3 minus e to the power minus 2t times e to the power minus 3t. Right? I guess this is wrong. Let me just correct my h of t. So the correct h of t is, we have 2t here. Yes, I have corrected it. So what I want is h of tau. So very simple. How to write h of tau? Just replace t with tau. It becomes 3 minus 2 tau times e to the power minus 3 tau. Very simple. Let us substitute and get unit step response. So unit step response is nothing but an integration from 0 to t 3 minus 2 tau times e to the power minus 3 tau d tau. Simple. Let us solve this further. So unit step response is equal to, I can take this into bracket. So it would be integrating over 0 to t 3 times e to the power minus 3 tau minus 2 tau times e to the power minus 3 tau d tau. Right? So let us separate these two integrations. So I'll take 3 as constant out and I'll integrate it from 0 to t e to the power minus 3 tau d tau minus, I'll take 2 out and it is integral over 0 to t tau times e to the power minus 3 tau d tau. Is that right? So unit step response is equal to 3. So integration for e to the power minus 3 tau is e to the power minus 3 tau divided by coefficient of tau, which is minus 3, and the lower limit is 0, upper limit is t, minus 2. So as you can see, we are differentiating with respect to tau. So we have tau in both the cases here, or in both the terms tau is present. So we have to solve this by integration by parts. I'm sure you are quite good in mathematics. So how do we solve integration by parts? Very simple. So I'll keep this tau as it is, and I'll take integration of this term. It becomes e to the power minus 3 tau upon minus 3. Am I right? Minus. Then we take derivative of this tau. It becomes 1. And again, we are going to reintegrate the same term. So after reintegrating the same term, you will get e to the power minus 3 tau. Again, you will get minus 3, but 3 3s are, it would be 9. And again, you have to take care of lower limit and upper limit. So unit step response will be equal to, and after that, just put lower limit and upper limit, then it will be 1 minus e to the power minus 3t, then minus 2. So substitute upper limit first. It will be t times e to the power minus 3t upon minus 3 minus e to the power minus 3t upon 9 minus, if you substitute now lower limit equal to 0, this term will become 0, and what about this term? It will become plus e to the power 0 is again 1, then it will be plus 1 by 9. Am I right? So just after solving, you will get final unit step response is equal to minus 7 by 9 times e to the power minus 3t plus 2 by 3 t times e to the power minus 3t plus you'll get 7 by 9. So as I keep on saying that every time dependent function will get multiplied with u of t, then what happens is you actually get this answer after solving this, but then what happens is in the options it is given as it is whole multiplied with u of t. The reason why I'm multiplying by u of t, it is very simple. Every time dependent function we take it for a Laplace transform, it is always a right-handed signal. A right-handed signal is that signal which is called as a causal signal that you must have studied in signal system. And if you don't understand it now, as I have recommended, before watching all videos of control system, you must go through signal systems video. So this is a unit step response. But as you have seen, it is quite tedious approach. Am I right? I'm not saying it is a wrong approach, but it is a tedious approach that you have to go through so many steps. Let us see if we have some other approach. So we'll go for way 2. So this was the impulse response which was given. Am I right? So what I'll do is I'll take a Laplace transform. So by Laplace transform, what I'll get instead of h of t, now I can write h of s after Laplace transform, and this is what we called as a transfer function, which is 3 upon s plus 3 minus 2 upon s plus 3 whole square. So how do I get it? Very simple. You can just check it out. It is nothing but a Laplace transform of 3 times e to the power minus 3t minus Laplace transform of 2 times t into e to the power minus 3t. Am I right? So again, Laplace transform for this, it is written here, and Laplace transform for second term is written here. So we know that e to the power minus 3t is 1 upon s plus 3, but since it is multiplied with this t, extra t, then therefore it becomes square here, right? So finally, this is h of s. But again, they are not asking you for h of s. What they are asking you is unit step response. What is meant by unit step response? Very simple. For a particular system, if you apply input as unit step, then you have to see what is respective output. So we know that since h of s is nothing but transfer function, and we have seen the definition of transfer function as c of s upon r of s, where c of s is called as controlled output, r of s is called as reference input in Laplace domain. Now this is equal to, again same, that is 3 into, so it is not 3 into, it is 3 divided by s plus 3 minus 2 upon s plus 3 whole square. So since it is unit step input, then we take r of t as a reference input is equal to what? Unit step, that is u of t. And we know that Laplace transform for r of t is nothing but r of s, and Laplace transform for u of t is nothing but 1 by s. So you know what? I have the value of r of s now. Since I have value of r of s, I can substitute here and I can get what is the value for c of s. So I can rather say c of s is equal to 3 upon s plus 3 minus 2 upon s plus 3 square times what? R of s. And you know what is r of s? R of s is nothing but 1 by s. So after substituting it, you'll get c of s, which is nothing but 3 upon s into s plus 3 minus 2 upon s into s plus 3 square. Am I right? So now this is equal to, so if you take LCM, it will be s into s plus 3 square. Am I right? So for first denominator, s plus 3 is missing, so I'll take 3 into s plus 3 minus 2. So just solve it, you'll get 3s plus 7 whole divided by s into s plus 3 square. This is nothing but your c of s. Am I right? So can you tell me what is c of s? I would say c of s is nothing but output in response to step input. Am I right? This is nothing but your step input. But this is not just step input, this is nothing but Laplace of step input. Then I would say this is nothing but unit step response only, but then it is available in the form of Laplace transform. So this is nothing but a Laplace transform of unit step response, and they are asking you unit step response, and it is available in the form of Laplace. Then there is only one solution, that you have to go for inverse Laplace and get unit step response only. I hope the point is clear. I repeat it. We know that C of S is nothing but output. Then ask the question to yourself, what is input? Input is step input. If input is step input, then output is called as unit step response, or it is simply called as step response. If it is a step response, but it is available in the form of C of S, so it is not just unit step response, it is nothing but Laplace transform of unit step response. And what is asked to you is not Laplace transform of unit step response. What is asked to you is only unit step response. So only solution is to get unit step response is to take inverse Laplace. So let us go for inverse Laplace now. We should understand that we cannot take inverse Laplace directly because it is not in appropriate form. So I'll do a partial fraction procedure here. First, C of S is equal to, I can write this as A by S plus B upon S plus 3 plus C upon S plus 3 square. Am I right? I hope. How do you get the value of A? The value of A is nothing but 3s plus 7 divided by s plus 3 square, where you substitute s value equal to 0, and after doing so you'll get A value as 7 by 9. Similarly, B value is calculated like this. So how do I do this? Very simple. See, it is B divided by s plus 3. Then remove s plus 3 term from here and write rest of the expression for C of s, that is 3s plus 7 whole divided by s plus 3 into s, where s value equal to minus 3. But then you will see that if you substitute this way, then you will get b value as infinity. Am I right? Then this traditional approach is not working here. First of all, we will solve for c then. So c is equal to 3s plus 7 divided by s, where s value is substituted as minus 3, and after doing so you'll get c value equal to 2 by 3. Am I right? And then what you do is, in this expression, just substitute the value of s to be equal to 0 and get the value of b instead of, going for this approach. And after doing so, you'll get the value of b as minus 7 by 9. I'm directly giving the values of a, b, c. In fact, I shouldn't teach you partial fraction because we believe that partial fraction is already known to you. It is a prerequisite to solve this. Am I right? So if you are not comfortable with this method, you can follow your own method, but somehow try to get all the values of a, b, c in a correct manner. Finally, what I have is Laplace transform of unit step response equal to, which we call as c of s, which is now equal to, first of all, what we had is a by s, but the value of a is 7 by 9. So what I have is 7 by 9 by s minus. Then the value of b is minus 7 by 9. So I have taken minus 7 by 9 divided by s plus 3 plus c upon s plus 3 whole square. But c value is 2 by 3. So it is 2 by 3 divided by s plus 3 whole square. Am I right? So of course, after taking inverse Laplace for this, you will get unit step response, which is equal to 7 by 9. So Laplace inverse of 1 by s is u of t minus 7 by 9 as it is, e to the power minus 3t times u of t plus 2 by 3 is constant. We know that for s plus 3 we get e to the power minus 3t times u of t, but since we have a square term here, to compensate that we will multiply by t. And this is final unit step response. You can check in both the methods we get the same answer, right? So whatever approach suits you, you should choose that, but I would suggest you to go for way 2. Let's see the next question. If the unit step response of the system s of t is equal to whatever expression given, this is nothing but a unit step response, then the transfer function is, you know what, instead of unit step response, if they would have provided h of t, I repeat, instead of giving unit step response, let's say they have provided h of t. What is h of t? H of t is called as impulse response. If the impulse response is given, then it is easy to get transfer function because we know that Laplace transform of h of t is h of s. That is nothing but a transfer function. But then instead of h of t, what is given to you is a unit step response. But then instead of unit step response, if they would have given h of t, then it is same as question number 1. I hope you can recollect what was question number 1. So let us see how do we go towards. So we know that if del of t is input, after passing through system, you get output as h of t. So h of t is your output. Again, if you give u of t as input, that is nothing but unit step, output that you get is s of t. That is nothing but a unit step response. So if you know how to relate inputs, the same relation is applicable for output because we know that it is an LTI system, right? So what is the relation between inputs? Very simple. d by dt of u of t is always del of t. This is nothing but relation between inputs. Same relation is applicable for outputs also. So I'll just copy d by dt. Output for u of t is nothing but s of t, and output for del of t is nothing but h of t. It means s of t is given to me, h of t is not known to me. I can get it h of t, but they are not asking you h of t. What they are asking you is nothing but transfer function. Very easy. Once you get h of t, how to get h of s? Of course, by having a Laplace transform of h of t. I hope you got my point. Then I can write my h of t as derivative of 3 into e to the power minus 2t plus 2t into e to the power minus 60. Solving further, I'll take 3 out. Derivative for this is e to the power minus 2t multiplied by coefficient of t, which is minus 2, plus 2. So here, while derivating, I'll have to go for uv formula. So according to uv formula, it is v into derivative of u, which is 1, minus u into derivative of v. I hope you understood this. So what we have final h of t as minus 6 times e to the power minus 2t plus 2 times e to the power minus 60 minus 12 times e to the power minus 60. So this is final h of t that you have. In fact, it is minus 12 times t. So I need to correct a third term. This t must be included. So it would be minus 12 times t times e to the power minus 60. This is h of t. How to get h of s? Very simple. H of s is equal to minus 6. E to the power minus 2t is replaced as 1 upon s plus 2 plus, again 2 constant. E to the power minus 60 is 1 upon s plus 6 minus 12 constant. E to the power minus 60 is 1 upon s plus 6, but since it is multiplied with t, to compensate that, it would be s plus 6 whole square. And this is your final h of s, which is nothing but a transfer function. In fact, again I'll solve this by two ways. I would consider this is way 1 and I'll now go for way 2. So what is way 2? Let us see. Again, I'm going to take help of way 1 up to certain steps, and that was, you know that derivative of u of t is del of t. If these are relation between inputs, then the same relation is applicable to outputs. So let me write this as s of t, which is equal to output for del of t is h of t. So what I'll do is I'll take Laplace transform on both sides. So after having Laplace transform for s of t, I can write this as s of s, which is equal to h of s. So first of all, what was s of t? S of t was given. So it is nothing but a Laplace transform of, in fact, a Laplace transform for s of t, Laplace transform for s of t is s of s. Am I right? But if it is derivative of s of t, then we know that it is s times s of s. I hope you got my point. So we need to include this s over here. So it is s multiplied by s of s. Please don't multiply this s with s, okay? This s of s indicates Laplace transform of s of t. Please don't get confused. This extra s has come because of the derivative. Am I right? Because we know that for f of t, if the Laplace is f of s, then derivative of f of t having Laplace as s times f of s. So same theory, right? So let me remind you, Laplace transform for unit step response. So unit step response was given to me, which is 3 times e to the power minus 2t. Then it will become 3 upon s plus 2 plus, it was 2 times t into e to the power minus 60. You can see the question. So Laplace transform for that is 2 upon s plus 6 whole square. And this is nothing but h of s. Finally, I can write h of s equal to 3s upon s plus 2 plus 2s upon s plus 6 square. And finally, this is nothing but a transfer function. Right? So in way 1, we got somehow different transfer function, but let me tell you, just solve further whatever answer that we got in way 1 and then you will reach to the same h of s as transfer function. After all, you have to solve till what point? Till you get a correct option from the given one. Am I right? So let's move to the last question. If a system is described by differential equation and some differential equation is given, find the transfer function and y of t. Now, we already know that if the differential equation is given, then initial conditions should be compulsory given. Am I right? But then, since they are asking about a transfer function, and if you remember the condition for transfer function, that initial conditions must be 0. So in case for this differential equation in future, if you see some initial conditions like this, that is y of 0 equal to 1 or y dash of 0 equal to 1, again these numerical values can be anything. Try to understand what I'm trying to say you. These are nothing but initial conditions. Let me clear. For this question, initial conditions are not given, but in case in the exam, just to confuse you, they have given initial conditions, and still if they are asking you for transfer function, then you have to ignore these values. Okay, so these needs to be ignored. Why to ignore? Because you cannot have transfer functions with initial conditions. Initial conditions must be 0. To get transfer function, a system should be initially relaxed. Initially relaxed means you have to always think about what is at t equal to 0 and after 0. You don't have to think about what was there for t less than 0. Am I right? So we always assume initial conditions to be 0 for every damn transfer function. So please remember this and let's solve this problem. So let me just write what differential equation is given, which is d square y by dt square plus 5 times dy by dt plus 6y. I can in fact write this as y of t, which is equal to 2 times u of t. Of course, u of t is nothing but unit step. So just take Laplace on both the sides. What you will get? For d square y by dt square, you can write s square times y of s plus 5. dy by dt will give you s times y of s plus 6 as constant. Y of t's Laplace is y of s, which is equal to 2 times. Again, you know, u of t is nothing but a unit step. So instead of writing its Laplace transform, I'll just write it in this form, u of s. Of course, you know that u of s is nothing but 1 by s, but I'm not going to substitute this value for some reason, okay? So I'll write this as u of s only. So let us take y of s out. What remains inside is s square plus 5s plus 6 times y of s, which is equal to 2 times u of s. Am I right? See, if I want to get a transfer function out of it, then transfer function is nothing but Laplace of output, which is nothing but y of s, divided by Laplace of input, which is nothing but u of s. So whatever equation that you have, let me name this as equation 1. In this equation 1, you have to take this ratio, and whatever you get, it is nothing but a transfer function. So in this case, y of s upon u of s, this is nothing but your transfer function, which is now equal to 2 upon s square plus 5s plus 6. So this is nothing but your transfer function. But not only this, they are not only asking for transfer function, they are asking you for y of t also. So if you want y of t, then you must transfer first of all u of s to right hand side. Then it would be y of s equal to 2 upon s square plus 5s plus 6 times u of s. And you should know that u of s is nothing but 1 by s. That is nothing but Laplace transform of u of t. So I can write my y of s as 2 upon s because of this 1 by s, and s square plus 5s plus 6, I can write this as s plus 2 into s plus 3. Am I right? What you want is output, that is nothing but y of t. Then for that you have to go for inverse Laplace. But since it is not in a correct form or a proper form, you have to go for a partial fraction. So I can write my further y of s as a by s plus b upon s plus 2 plus c upon s plus 3. Am I right? So if you solve this, you will get a value as 1 by 3, value of b equal to minus 1, and value of c equal to 2 by 3. So I believe how to solve partial fraction, you know it. So let me write what y of s I have. Let us substitute value of a, b and c in above expression. You will get 1 by 3 times 1 by s minus 1 upon s plus 2 plus 2 by 3 divided by s plus 3. So by Laplace inverse, you'll get y of t, what they are asking you for. 1 by 3 is constant. Laplace inverse of 1 by s is simply u of t minus, for 1 upon s plus 2, it would be e to the power of minus 2t times u of t plus 2 by 3 constant, and for 1 upon s plus 3, it would be e to the power of minus 3t times u of t. So this is your y of t, that is nothing but output, what they are asking you for. I'm sure you have understood all the problems. Thank you.